Hello, I am currently back from my trip, which I didn't inform anyone online about. Vacation, summer, probably should have planned better. Couldn't quite film when I was over there. But I guess I'm just gonna go straight back into this. Well, not back into the actual thing you were hoping for. Because I'm doing this. It's small, but it's a new art technique thing I'm trying to do. I see the back, it's like this. And I'm currently switching colors from green to the color of the pot, which is just gonna be plain brown. Don't know if you ever noticed in my other videos, but that is where I keep all the other colors for this type of stuff that I do every now and then. That's strange. I know I organized this myself. There's like 2 rows for each one. But I put all the extra pinks because I didn't know really where I put them in color order. So I just put them after. What? Red's all the way at the bottom. Okay, well I organized them into, I guess, hot color, cool colors, and then these colors, which includes brown, tan, black, white, and pink. And a bit of magenta. I don't know why. I just did like that. Grab this. I think this would probably be a good brown for the pot. Probably gonna have more leaves, maybe a flower, never know. I guess this video is gonna be kind of boring until I fast forward, which I probably will be doing, seeing on how long this would be normally. Head and grab. Oh, don't grab this end. Okay. You could just untangle it, right? Ta-da! Grab one end, and you're gonna have to keep on pulling. So, yeah. Gonna go ahead and find scissors. Find scissors first. Okay. Quickly just, no. Instead, I should probably cut it off at the end where there's the knot. Alright, these are flimsy scissors, so I'm gonna have to pull. I feel like in all this work, taking the needle and putting it on the new thread is the hardest part for me. Because it always is tangled up. Like such. It just gets tangled up. I have lost many needles. I don't know where they are. That's probably concerning. But I'll find them one day. Hopefully not on my foot. Oh no, I don't know where it is. Where's it? Oh. Like that. I almost lost another needle. Oh, that's not good. No, that's not great. This part is relatively easy if you know how to thread the needle. But putting it through the whole entire yarn, now that's the different story. Going to be walking out of my room for a quick second, just so that I could go ahead and extend this all the way out. Hello, editing me. The reason why I consider this the more harder part compared to all the rest is because I have failed so many times on this. Not in this recording, but in general, when I'm doing stuff like this, pulling it all the way out without going all the way back over and knotting everything up is so difficult. And then I have to unknot it all, which is why I consider this one of the harder parts in all of this. But, anyways, bye. And I'm back. I got the ends. And I just have to go through. Okay, I'm just realizing now, but I don't actually really say or do anything for quite a bit, for like a whole entire minute from now. I just am completely focused on not getting it tangled and making sure that I get the needle right in the middle of both of them. So I guess I'm going to have to fill this up with me talking just on the editing part, because I am otherwise very, very boring in between, because I am not at all focusing on the part that, yes, it's nice that I'm doing this on recording, but also I need to be entertaining on recording as well, which I am in fact not, because I'm focusing on one thing, and that thing is art, which I guess is what I'm doing still. But okay, just throwing out all that yarn. It's quite strange having to look back on yourself just doing well this without ever worrying about losing it, because on the string. Then I go ahead and tie up the string so that I don't have to worry about it going straight through the paper. Also, suggestion, if you're embroidering something, the hardest material that I currently work with was paper. Don't work with paper. Work with fabric. Fabric's always nicer. Unless it's double layered fabric, then that's like hard to go through. So, yeah. A knot. That's what I was worrying about. It's always a knot. There will be many knots in this. But I can untangle them pretty quickly now that I know how to, because of how many knots there's been. Time to start embroidering a piece of paper. First of all, you'll always want to start on the back so that the knot is at the back as well. If you want to get some light through it, you also can. That. No, it's not far enough. That. The certain technique that I'm using to do all of this starts with a simple lattice stitch, also known as the invisible stitch. But in this sense, we're going to want it to make it invisible on the other side. Because this side, we're going to have it fully going through the lines, at least, that they usually have on the inside. Feel free to use your whole body to hold down the string. It's one of the only ways I find how to prevent knots. Yeah, I can probably start fast forwarding from now. And let the fast forwarding begin. Begin. Okay, it turns out I do not, in fact, know how to fast forward it. I can, to a certain point, but it's not fast enough. And when I put it all the way up, it's too fast for the
I don't know, editing app to comprehend or do, so it just resets it back to 1 and nothing's done each time. So instead, I'm gonna cut out parts, just the normal editing, I guess. It'd be lovely if I could just fast forward it, but I can't.
And we're done with the relatively somewhat easy part. Now comes the repetitive part that I kind of hate. Because if you look closely into this, you see there's a bunch of lines that I had to do for this, and then going downwards, there's also more lines. There's just more. The hard part on this one was the lines going all the way up, and especially here, because in the drawing that I took from, the plant was up and churn, like 180 churn. So yeah, it clearly wasn't, good there. But for this one, it's just simple plot, so relatively the same as the other parts that I do for this technique. The only difference is you're doing it vertically up and down, and also you don't re-enter to the page. You might think that I did, but for an extra pizzazz, I just went all the way back through it because I had a bunch of extra, green. Otherwise, it would just be dot, 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 dot. I'm guessing I'll start from this side, from top row, and it's where my entry is, and my exit should be either on the top or the bottom of the page, but I mean like here or here, not like that, because I'm not going back down to the other side for this. Instead, I'm gonna go all the way through, all the way back, but not normally. Instead, I forgot what it's called. You ever weave before? Because that's what you're gonna be doing. Let's say from this one, I start from underneath, I go above the next line, and then underneath, and I go above the next line, and then I go underneath, and it just repeats. Above, underneath, above, underneath, and then above, underneath, until I'm all the way up the other side, or until your needle can't go any further. And you're gonna go ahead and pull all the excess string. And just slide it on over to the edge. And then from where you just started, if you went, like in this one, example, below, you're now gonna go above the first line, and then the opposite below the second line. And then, repeat the pattern until you get all the way to the end. And you're gonna pull it all the way through. And then you're also, yet again, now that you're above this line, once I pull all the way through, I'm gonna do it just like how I did it for the first one, which is basically the same pattern for either word, except for it's the reverse. It's always the reverse. Down, 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 slide down, and all the way down. It goes slide. Now I'm above. Now I go below that, and then above that one, and then below that one, and repeat. I'm gonna probably fast forward from here. So, see you when I'm done. Okay, well, it's been about 56 minutes
since I first started this video. And I've done this, that, yeah. Also, I'm gonna need to go ahead and add a bit extra to both the bottom and the top of the pot. To fill it all the way up and connect it to the plant. So, I guess I'll just show you the back, which is that, compared to the front, which is that. So adding extra layer. Don't necessarily need to add an extra layer to the bottom. It would cover up what is all this that I didn't fill. But the only thing that I really need to do is connect it to the plant. So, okay, I connected it somewhat. Now I need to that. So this is 1 hour and 5 minutes in. Yay! And I'm about almost done at 1 hour and 20 minutes in to the video. I'm going to have to shorten this video by a lot. I can only do so much fast forwarding, unless I could also fast forward the whole entire thing. Then, yeah. Now it's finally time to end it by just putting a small little knot and cutting off the string. I already have my signature on here, and I might just add it to the art wall right there. Cut. Cut. Get that. Now, here is a finished work. It does not look that much great, but if it was in person, you could definitely feel it. Texture. I'm gonna go get some tape. Okay, that took a bit longer than it should have for me to find some tape, which isn't even the right type of tape that I was gonna be using normally. But it's tape. So you got the tape. A cool trick I like to do when you don't have double-sided tape, and that wasn't even the type of tape I was looking for, weld tape on itself, and you just stick that to the back. I like to do this on all 4 corners. This is 1 hour, 25 minutes in, and I finally get to take this on the wall, back there. Ta-da! And this, and that, and that when I was very young. And I also have my other plants. So, this is going to be the end of the 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 55 seconds, 56 seconds, 57 seconds, 58 seconds, 59, and 7. I'm posting this like a week late, but I guess this is good enough.